Joshiebear plays Minecraft.
What is going on, everyone? It's Joshiebear, and we are playing the Minecraft. We are fresh off of the Super Smelter / Bamboo Farm project, and it hasn't been a lot of time since I stopped the recording for that episode and started this one, so I really don't have a lot of update here. But we're gonna be in this area for most of this episode, so I have a feeling we'll be able to come back, check on this, and see how good this thing really is. But today, we leave this behind for now, and we travel over here to the slime farm. That's right, today it is time for us to finish this project. It's one that I've been working on kind of behind the scenes as we've been going through the Let's Play, just kind of digging everything out. And really, we just have the mechanics to put in today. We need our magma block floor here. We need to put in our iron golems. We may not clean up a lot as far as the exterior goes here, but we definitely want to at least get a collection system in and start collecting these slime balls at will. So I kind of prepped for this project as I was prepping for our last project, and I'm going to go ahead and grab some of this stuff out because we're going to need it almost immediately. Because the first thing we really want to do, the slimes without any kind of iron golems, they will eventually kind of make their way over here and jump off the ledge at their leisure. If we put the iron golems, though, in the wall, which you've probably seen in many slime farms, including the one that we built last season, it's really all about getting the slimes attracted to something that they're hostile to, and getting them to jump down and attack stuff. And what happens is they just fall to their death, and they get killed by the magma blocks. Now, the one thing I'm concerned with in this area is the amount of powered rail that I have. I do not have a lot of it, so we may need to go do some gold collecting in the Nether or in a mine somewhere, just to get a little bit more. But I gotta try to find the center here. I don't have Mini HUD installed right now because it's not available yet. So I kind of have to eyeball this. But I think if we come out to about here, pretty sure this is just about the middle here. So we're gonna start our project today just by doing this, getting ourselves a little bit of powered rail here. And if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll leave ourselves a few here to work with. But my collection is going to be in this direction. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Just so I know where that's going. Because the minecart's going to come in here. We're going to shoot everything into a bubble column somewhere. Where am I shooting that? Oh, this way. Yeah, that's right. Up into here, and this is where our collection area is going to be. So I think what we do is we go ahead and lay out the powered rail. And we'll send a minecart around it just to make sure that it can actually make it to there. But it should be able to. I'm hoping, at least. It would be nice if it could. I don't know if it's going to with these turns here or not. I am going to leave that iron there because, frankly, we don't need it. And I also completely underestimated the amount of rail that I was going to need. Now this is going to be the hard part, is dealing with the slimes that are going to drop in on us while we're working on this, but we should be okay. I am going to have to take you out. We'll have to do that. I need to block that back off. We'll just go ahead and do some of that. All right, so what I'm going to do from here is I'm actually going to make myself a minecart so I can actually test this. But we're going to see how far this minecart actually gets without any additional powered rail here. I am going to need a crafting table. Of course I need a crafting table. All right, let's make ourselves this minecart now. And let's go ahead and test this. All right, so our rails are in the way. As long as we don't have any slimes dropping in on us, we should be okay. We're going to go ahead and push that. See how far it actually gets. All right, it made it to the powered rail. I don't think it's going to make the turn. Okay, so we're going to need a lot more powered rail in order to make this work. So that means it's time for me to go do some more gold collecting because I don't have a lot of gold at all because I used it on the last project. But once I have some gold and some more powered rail, we'll come back and we'll see what we can do about fixing our rail issue. All right, I got my gold situation sorted out. I was really short on gold, but I also reconfigured how I'm laying the powered rail to make sure that the minecart had enough power coming in and out of the turns to make it down the next row. And I think I've got it where I need it. I also actually saved on some power rail, which I already put away. And we do already have our collection system and in place, at least for the minecart. It's a basic unloading station with there's a dropper right there that will spit everything into this water bubble column, which will go into our storage area. So as far as this goes, we are ready to go. There's nothing else for us to do here. And once we get to everything out here, then we'll get our minecart in place. But the next step is to get the the magma blocks that are right here over those rails, so that way the slime have somewhere to die, and preferably somewhere that can get picked up by minecarts with hoppers. So without further delay, I'm going to get this down, and then it'll be time to put our iron golems up. All right, so we have our magma block floor on. In fact, I got one too many there. Let's go ahead and try to take care of that. I better shift, crouch walk on that. But that is in place, ready to go. All we need to do is get our collection system or our collection minecart running, and we can collect slime balls. But the other part to this is these little holes here, and that is where our iron golems are going to be. Now, we're going to have to build these all the way up. So I've kind of marked off the area for the first layer, and we'll probably end up having 3 or 4 to side, it looks like. Maybe, I think 4 is going to be a lot, but 8 in here should be a good number. I think we can get away with 6, but 8 should be fine. So really, that's all we have to do at this point is get these iron golems in place, and this slime farm should be fully operational other than a collection area. All right, so we have our iron golems in place. You can see the areas for them. You can't really see all of them, what this is, but you can see them here on the bottom row of iron golem cells. I hate to call them cells because they are imprisoned. So yeah, cells is appropriate. But now that that's done, it is time for us to get our storage area in place. But before we do that, I do want to go back over to our bamboo farm and smelter just to see how much bamboo we've been able to harvest while over here working on the slime farm. Oh, hey, there was one. All right, so time to run down into our fancy smelter and farm. I say fancy, I say it jokingly. Maybe it is kind of fancy, I don't know. But all right, so we've collected a little bit here in our overflow chest. Let me just check one of these furnaces. Okay. I mean, we've got almost the whole stack in there. I really haven't been working that much in the farm. I'm curious as to how much is in here. Okay. Not bad. These hoppers are going to start to fill up a little bit, so I'm definitely going to want to start using this. Although I do have those chests over there for overflow, so if everything gets filled up, I'm fine with that. All right, so I'm definitely going to have to make more chests, but this is going to be our little storage area. I don't know that I want to make it humongous, but I feel like maybe we go... Actually, is this an odd number? This is an 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is an odd number. Why don't we do it like this? We do 3 rows of chests here, and then we can go up like 4 or 5 because our bubble column is pretty high up in the air. Now I can change that if I need to, but I think making it tall here might be a good idea. Yeah, I think we go ahead and make that a little bit taller, but I do need to make some more chests because I'm definitely short. So let's get those chests made. We'll come back and we'll start to wrap this project up. All right, collection and storage is in place, and I didn't want to walk you through that step by step just because we've seen collection, we've seen storage before, but basically just a water stream that brings it back around to some hoppers, and they get distributed throughout the chests. No item sorters because, well, it's just slime balls going in here, so there's no need for the advanced sorting system or anything like that. Now, the one thing that we have yet to do is try to dress the area up just a little bit. I tried to be a little bit fancy with the outside of the farm, as you can see. Just kind of stair-step that up to one of the upper levels. But really, this area is what we're going to be looking at most of the time. And, you know, after we get this, at least floor and walls done in here, maybe we can come back over time and redo these platforms just so they look a little bit nicer. But I'm really not going to be concerned with that for now because I just want this up and running so that way we can start collecting slime balls. But as far as decoration in here goes, we're probably going to do something similar to here and even down in our villager trading area. Really, I just like that style. That's really all it is. But I'm going to play around with that for a little bit. Including this hallway, see if I can get a floor and somewhat of walls and ceiling in here, and we'll see what that looks like. All right, so I've done a little work in here, and you know, I'm okay with this. I think there's still some work to be done as far as maybe ceiling goes and the walls here. But what I most like is this hallway. I wasn't sure about this hallway at first, but I think it works pretty well. It goes along with kind of some of the theme that's going on here, because I didn't have a choice. This block here is actually part of this stairway, so I had to try to make that work, and I think I've come up with a good solution visually. I did add some slime blocks in here with some lanterns in behind. I don't need the light, but I wanted it to be a little bit brighter, just to kind of differentiate it from the caves or the branch mines that we have that are just kind of like okay, it's stone and it's lit every so often. I wanted this to be nice and bright and inviting. Because we walk in here, it's nice and bright and inviting as well. And yeah, I like how this is turning out so far. But we're not going to finish the decorations today. What I do want to do is I want to try to AFK for a little while, see how much slime we can collect over a long period of time, maybe a few hours. Two things, I'll get to see how effective this really is, and I'll also get to build up our bamboo stock over there. So I'm going to kind of step away from the farm a little bit, let it run its course, and we will see how much slime we can actually collect. All right, I'm back, and real world time, it's been about, I'd say about 4 hours. We see our farm's working down there just a little bit. Now, there is a little bit of loss there, which I think is just basically because I should have put this down a level, but you know what? I'm not that worried about it. But after about 4 hours, here's what we're looking at. Now, I had maybe this. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 5.5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll call it 11 stacks. Maybe 11 stacks of slime balls. So, you know, that's not too bad. And I think that there's probably a better, like the most optimal spot to stand to get all of it working. It's probably not out here. I was just standing here for the time being. So, you know, that's a pretty good number of slime balls for that short period of time. And we got to think we're going to be working in and around this area a lot while we're over in this base. So this thing will be running. Even if we're up here, this thing should be running. So we should see a lot of slime balls coming in and out. I don't know why I ran out there. But yeah, again, over time, we should see a lot of slime balls in those chests as we move forward. So job well done, I think. At this point, we've got some more decoration to do. One other thing I wanted to check out before we left, and that was the chests here, or the furnaces. All right, so we've got full bamboo in these furnaces. Let's see here. Let's check like one of the hoppers here. Okay, so those look like they're just about full. So we should start seeing a backlog of bamboo here very soon. How much do we have over here? Oh, there's 4 stacks there. That's pretty good. I'll take that. So I think lesson learned here. We probably need a bigger bamboo farm to make this worth our time. Although I don't know how much we're actually going to be using this. I could see myself smelting a lot of glass here, a lot of smooth stone here, and there's some other things that we could probably smelt here. Maybe ores. This is a little big for ores unless we have a ton of ores to smelt. So I'm gonna come up with a little bit different solution for like ore smelting. But there is one thing I want to consider for the future here, and I'll go back down just to kind of take a look and see what would make the most sense. But the one thing I do want to think about is converting this from bamboo to blaze rods as a fuel source in the future. I think that blaze rods are going to be much more efficient to use and much easier to get once we get our blaze farm up and running. But I'm just, without putting this through a huge stress test, it's hard to say how well this is actually going to fuel. But just with a little bit of modification, putting in a storage area for the bamboo, or even just trying to find a way to shuttle it all to our storage area, I think it's doable, and it really wouldn't take a lot of modification to the bamboo farm. Now, as far as the fuel for this goes, I think we could put in a fuel line and just some more track and just connect it into where it already is. So once all that bamboo is burnt up, we can start using blaze rods. But I need to get that blaze farm up and running before we even consider that. So overall, I think we've made some really good progress down here. We've got our slime farm up and running. We've got our smelter with a, looks like a backlog of bamboo, so that way we can use it and not worry about running out of fuel, which makes me happy. We still do have some work in here as far as decoration goes, but I think we'll get to that over time, little by little. I don't think we need to rush it because, I mean, quite honestly, we're not going to spend a lot of time down here. But it will feel nice to have everything finished off. So we'll work on that little bit by little bit. Next episode, we got another project we got to jump into, and that's the potion brewing area. We've already got the netherwort farm there, so it's time for us to really get that going. And we'll kind of run over there to kind of set the stage for the next episode. But once we get the potion brewing area in place, then it'll be time for us to really think about our dragon fight. I would like to get a little bit more gold put together, or at least not put together, but collected and smelted, so we can get some more villagers, in our villager trading market. But this is where we're going to spend our time next episode, right over here, trying to figure out a good way to I guess push button brew some potions for us, including like slow falling and healing and strength and stuff like that, so we can really take on the dragon and really show him what's what. But hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. I've enjoyed getting that slime farm finally up and running. It's been in the back of our minds for the last 18 episodes, believe it or not, yeah, I'm feeling good about our progress, but hopefully you are feeling good about it. If you are, leave a like, hit that subscribe button, leave your comments, your questions, your concerns. I truly appreciate all the support that you're giving the channel. And tell your friends, tell your family, tell your enemies. Maybe they'll be my friend. I don't know. But yeah, I'm Joshiebear. I'm out of here. I'll see you later.